it's like Bitcoin's now fighting the final boss in the video game. It's really up against the central bankers and much earlier than we ever thought. Which is, what was it? The thing that was quite hilarious is that because El Salvador's decreed this as legal tender, the World Bank, by their own charter, have to accept Bitcoin as payment of debt. Which is like, so it's at the very highest level. We've got institutions that need to face Bitcoin now, which was, I kind of thought this would be another 4 years away. That last wick down to the 28, 29 should have been the final test of the bottom. If that continues, everything on chain looks like it's in recovery, right? In fact, we're getting like a bullish divergence. On-chain's going bullish. Coins are being sucked up into strong hands while the price is driving downwards. And the last time we saw that was in late January when we had the first dip of 2021. And on-chain was diverging upwards as the price was going down, and then we rocketed upwards.
Willy Woo explains when and how Bitcoin recovers. In this video, on-chain analyst Willy Woo explains some on-chain data that suggests that Bitcoin has bottomed out and that we are not in for a lengthy bear market. To listen to the full interview with Peter McCormack on what Bitcoin did, check the first link in the description. It's highly recommended. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I will go over Willy Woo's most recent Bitcoin analysis that suggests where the price is likely to go in the short term. Also, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you enjoy crypto content, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video.
I issued a bullish structure. It was kind of tentatively recovering and I thought it would be going bullish. Well, it had flicked to bullish, and then Elon Musk famously did his energy fossil fuel tweet, which tanked markets immediately. Because it was, I don't think it would have had the same impact if the market was with upward momentum and that momentum was strong, but it was just recovering from the previous sort of few weeks of miners losing hash rate in China, and we had a deleveraging, and so that hit it. And then I came out with a forecast that was ridiculously bearish. I said this is just tidal waves of coins hitting the exchanges for selling, and I said it would take possibly months to recover. But unfortunately, I think a lot of people were leveraged and lost money, and I didn't necessarily it was structured bullish, and there was a gap before I said it was bearish, and I think the price had slipped from $55,000 to $50,000. No, maybe 45,000, and then it carried on down to 30, right? But the forecast did go out, and it said this is heavily bearish, but a lot of people got wrecked, and I've had people. It's kind of interesting in that, like, this bull market, like every bull market, brings in a lot of new traders and a lot of new investors. And I had people say, I lost money. This forecast is very, very inaccurate or whatever. And if you do the backtrace on it, it's 80% reliable, right? That means 4 out of every 5 forecasts play out. And most technical traders that are trading in the shorter time frames using just chart analysis, typically you're right. If you're right 60% of the time, you are really making bank. A lot of traders make bank 50-50 because they have good risk management, and that's the key. Is if anyone's in the short time frame trades, you really need risk management. So that's how, I got a lot of flack over that rundown, but also like you'll get flack anyway, because when price is bearish, the markets go very, very emotional. So
yeah,
like I remember the 2018 bear cycle, I was the one saying, this is bearish, and I got masses of flack from being right. And so it's just, you can tell the sentiment. Yes, you can tell the sentiment. Just when people are hurt, there's going to be a lot of criticism. So, it's, to me, it's as simple as we had a lot of buying from the January of this year, really, and those guys were very, very large buyers, very high net worth, and some maybe institutional hedge funds, short time frame kind of guys, or even family offices. And the thing is, like, a lot of those guys took their money off the table from that $50,000 to $60,000 range. And so all those coins just ended up on the market. So they were dumped out, ended up, having the inventory on the exchanges, the speculative inventory, just go up. So I imagine just for every coin that's sold, obviously, there's a buyer. So I guess speculators bought those coins. And now we're in a very speculative phase. And those coins are slowly being reabsorbed by long-term holders, slowly, and it's very much structured like on-chain. It looks like the COVID crash and then recovery, which took 8 weeks. We're not seeing the normal bear market metrics. Like, people are coming in. We've got new users at near all-time high. The user growth is near all-time high on the network. We've got all the little guys coming in to buy and stack. People that have holdings of less than 1 Bitcoin are buying Bitcoin furiously. No one's selling. The whales are sideways. The people with 100 Bitcoins upwards, those are the dolphins and sharks, they're sideways. Anyone less than 100 Bitcoins, they're stacking. So that's not normal. Like, normally in a top, you'll see the whales have dumped. They've started dumping ages, maybe 6 months back, and the dolphins, the 100 Bitcoin upward guys, they tend to start to unload their coins, but they're holding strong. And then the retail guys, more and more of them coming in, and normally that just stops. Like, you go into this mania phase, price just starts to rip upwards beyond the fundamentals. It goes up sheer bullish wall, and we haven't seen that. So it's just got all the wrong signs to be the start of a bear market. Maybe you call this a mid bull market kind of reset. It's not like a dip.
A mini bear market.
Yeah, mini bear market. It's like the 2013 where you did get a decent pullback, and it took months and months for it to reaccumulate and then run up again. It looks more like that on the price domain, but structurally it looks like it looks like COVID. It's like Elon Musk is like the COVID virus, double down. He's teaming up with China to create COVID.
So there's Willy Woo saying we are not in a Bitcoin bear market and the on-chain analysis is all bullish. Now, in terms of what that on-chain data is, for those of you that did not know what Willy meant when he spoke about the bullish divergence, he was in fact talking about this chart. The Bitcoin liquid supply ratio, what the bullish divergence is referring to, is when the price is heading lower yet strong hands or long-term holders of Bitcoin are accumulating. As these are normally moving in tandem, a divergence is a bullish indicator. The second piece of on-chain data that backs this up is the total supply of Bitcoin that is being held by long-term holders. As you can see, long-term holders have clearly thought the Bitcoin price is cheap, as they have been stacking sats like no tomorrow. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's video and that provided you with some value. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, have a great day.